Good morning, guys. All right, so this one's kind of a biggie, okay? And I'm going to try to be as clear as I possibly can be. All right. Hopefully, you're watching this video. It's going to make this go a lot easier if you are. All right. And so here we are for our fifth draft, if you will, of our project writer work. Okay. And this has been the plan all along. And so one thing that that I'm hoping to instill in you is that writing has never done its only due, all right, because we can always make writing better. Um, and so the plan has always been that we weren't going to finish this project this quarter because I knew I was going to have you next quarter. And so my goal this quarter was for us to go through the process and to emphasize or to focus on progress, all right, with an emphasis on you. And that's why the name is Project Writer. So hopefully you've begun to take that to heart a little bit, all right. And so at this stage of our journey together and coming to the end here, it's time to do what I'm calling the do draft. All right. It's not the done draft. That's to come next quarter. This is the do draft, meaning that it's time to turn it in. All right. Time is up here. Okay. And so with that, there's a process checklist down here that I need you to read through. All right. It basically maps out the entire journey from where we started to where we are today. Okay, and I need you to highlight all the things that you have completed throughout the process. Okay, I need you to be authentic with this, though. All right, if you did not do this part of the process, don't highlight it. Okay, leave it blank. It is not the end of the world, and it's not necessarily the end of an A if you missed a step. All right, but it does need to be an accurate account of what you've done in the process because the emphasis was the process. All right, and so if there's further down the road, next week when we start looking at your getting your done draft done, all right, if there are holes or gaps that exist there, we can probably trace it back to the process. All right. And so I need this to be an accurate account. So please read through these and please highlight all that apply in terms of this is the work that I've done. And again, this work should be reflected in Google Classroom. Okay. So if you did a downdraft, I should see a downdraft in your drafting document. If you did a complete developing draft 1.0, I should see, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. And so please go down through this. All right. Then once you have done that, okay, it's time to copy and paste your work into the do draft down here. There are two paths here. The first one for the non-essay genres, okay, you will begin by copying and pasting your title and image in this space right here, okay. Below that, you will have the word introduction as a heading, and then you will post or paste your introduction from your introduction draft beneath your introduction heading. Then you will post your writing, okay? And a lot of you have chosen a lot of different things. If you did a diary, that is where you're going to post your diary and all of your entries, okay? If you wrote a story, that's where you're going to post your story, etc., okay? Finally, you will end with your conclusion and you will have a heading that reads conclusion, and then beneath that, you will paste the conclusion that you did in your conclusion. Oops, I got to fix that. In your conclusion draft, all right? So that is what you're going to do if you're a non. Come on, sorry. That's what you're going to do if you're in your non-essay conclusion. That's what you're going to do if you're in the non-essay category. If you're in the essay category, yours is simpler. All right, it's just going to be title and image right down here first, and then your essay below that. Your essay, you have no need for headings. Just copy and paste your complete essay in there because by definition you already have an introduction, you have the body, and you have the conclusion. So you'll just paste it in here. All right. One thing that I want to call everybody's attention to, regardless of your path, is that I need you to proofread and edit to the best of your ability your do draft. It won't be polished, it won't be perfect, it won't be ready. Let's agree to this. If you have blue or red squiggly lines, you have addressed those things, all right? And if you don't know how to fix those things, then you have left me a comment saying, I don't know how to fix this, okay? And so I should see down here no blue or red squiggly lines on this draft because you have done your best to look at the signals that Google Docs is giving you to either fix the spelling or the grammar errors that are in your writing piece. Okay, so to review really quickly, go through the checklist, highlight all the things that apply. all right, in terms of the work that you have done. Decide if you're the non-essay folk or the essay folk, and then follow these steps right here and paste your due draft in here. Triple double check that you have no blue or red squigglies, okay? Look it over one last time, go back up, check the checklist, all right, and then turn it in to me, okay? This is not due until Friday, but I would like it as soon as possible, okie dokie. And so with that, I will also remind you that at some point you're just going to have to submit what you have. Okay, we're going to run out of time, and so what you have is what you have. All right, and then we'll just have to figure it out from there. Okie dokie. Okay, hopefully this helps, guys. All right. As always, reach out. Don't stress out. All right. If you have questions, I'll try to answer them as quickly as I possibly can. Okay. Peace out.